Hi, beautiful, handsome women and men out there. Hopefully you're doing well. There was a bit of sun that came out. Yay! Some sun that came out today. I think we've had more than enough fucking rain, if you ask me. We've got 6 more to go, okay, for the end of the month. And I've got 2 days to do it in. So many things have been happening lately. It's been really busy. So hopefully you're keeping yourselves busy, keeping yourselves entertained in a good way, productive. Capricorn. Okay. So these are the original 13 zodiacs. I don't need to mention to my regular subscribers, the ones that have been with me since day one. You know that when I do my readings, they're the original 13, not the 12. So if you need to do any research on the different dates that align with the 13 zodiacs, please do so. It doesn't bother me one bit. It doesn't mean you're not the sign. It just means they shifted things over a while ago and decided to drop a ficus, okay? What was it that it was something to do with like a judge or somebody that is in a higher position that is angry? That was before I even started this. Could be like Freemason or some sort of brethren. Or there's women too. Don't get me wrong. Just because it's a brethren doesn't mean that it's only subject to men. Women are definitely involved in a lot of things too. Okay, let's get started. The order of things, yeah. What can we get for Capricorn? Let's start this reading off. What can we get for Capricorn? I had a call from somebody I haven't heard from in a long time. I didn't answer it. 10 of Cups, right? So some heavy burdens are placed on you a little bit. You could be like visually thinking about things that happened in the past. So when you do your moments where you're zoning out or you're thinking about things in the past, you're kind of visualizing it. Now keep in mind when you do this, Capricorn, it can be a little bit problematic because of the fact that when you are thinking about these things, you're manifesting as well at the same time. So it's like building synapses in the brain, right? When you branch off, there's certain things that you focus on and you're developing that, right? So when you're developing a thought, the problem is that you're manifesting that as well, even if it's a negative thing, and we don't want to do that, right? So how about try to learn from the past experiences instead of just trying to reminisce in them, if you know what I'm saying. Any of the burdens that were placed on you that are not meant for you, you can lift and release those if they haven't been transmuted already through understanding for the lessons learned. If you haven't done that and you understand that the burdens placed on you specific ones, then you can reassign those back to the people that placed them on you. Not saying pointing the finger. You got to take accountability, especially if you're an adult. If you're under the age of 29 and you're watching this, your brain is still developing till the age of 29. So you're good. You still are semi neutral in this, and the fact that you haven't fully developed your brain yet. You haven't fully understood everything that's coming in. But some of you are very intelligent. You've been learning since an early age. And you become awake and aware to some things, maybe even had your awakening early on. But just keep in mind that your actions you're responsible for, the way you think you're responsible for, the way you act and everything like that, in accordance to the divine universe and the laws that are in place, okay? So whatever burdens you have placed on you that you know for a fact that are not meant for you to be carried, only to be understood and transmuted, you can send those back to the original people that placed them on you, okay? Whatever this is for you. What else can we get for Capricorn? Take time to reflect. I do a lot on my channel. If you're not aware and you're just stopping by, welcome. Most welcome. I do a lot of past trauma healing, whether it be childhood or past life healing and anything like that. I specialize in that. That's what I focus on because that's what I came up from. It's almost like I climbed out of the pits of hell and then I decided to do something with my life. I decided to help other people based off of the things that I've survived, the things that I have been through, my own personal experience, so to speak. And basically verbal diarrhea, whatever it is that I've learned, I kind of put out there for you guys to get a heads up. If nobody has taught you anything, if nobody has given you a heads up, if you're still in what people call la la land and you still believe everything that's on the TVs and stuff like that to be falsities, and that none of this magic shit or any of your own healing abilities are real and whatever it is, I'm trying my best here to do what I can with my voice to put out there what I've understood for the most part, because I know nothing but I remember a whole lot, and I'm trying to help. The Hierophant in the reverse, I don't think you're okay with the way things have been, and I do believe that you want change. Even though 5 in the reverse is a Roman numeral, it's still a rune. That would be Uruz, Arak, it's strength, willpower, power, speed, desire, courage, ox, and energy, which is also the letter U. So you are responsible for you, okay? There's 2 versions of it. One of them looks like an incomplete N. It doesn't mean that you're not being guided, but it could mean that you're not really listening to the inner monologue or inner voice at this time, because you've kind of blocked that out, and that's just because of the bullshit that you've been through. It's not necessarily to say that you can't, it just means that you won't right now. You're pissed off at pretty much everything, Capricorn. Whatever this is, you're either pissed off currently, or you already pissed off and you've left that behind. You don't really want to follow a matriarch or a patriarch. You don't really want to get into the bullshit. You don't really want to deal with any drama, chaos, or conflict, unless it's residing within yourself that you're dealing with currently right now. When it comes to other people, I don't think you're down. I don't think you're down for that. Yeah, the Hangman. Okay, so you took in some time to go within. You took in some time to really create a space for yourself that is what you consider to be safe. I don't know if you feel safe, but I think you should. What else can we get for this Hangman? There's a lot of fruit there. Semblance. Similarity, resemblance, image, or appearance. So I don't know if this has anything to do with your own image or your self-image, but you could be resembling or something, a situation, or people could be resembling something within an image. You could see things for how they are now. Because the whole idea of the Hangman is getting a different perspective, right? Being turned upside down, having everything turned upside down, and then you're like, huh. And this image always gets me back to this energy. He doesn't look upset. He doesn't look angry. He doesn't look mad. He kind of just looks like, not even complacent. What's the word? Indifferent. Not happy, not sad. Not over joyous and not depressed. You're just like, fuck it. It is what it is. Whatever need unfulfilled. What is this need unfulfilled? A routine. Around a business or pleasure, a regular course. So what I suggest is that you set your course. You set it straight. You set what it is that you want. Your intentions to manifest. So if you're a good manifestor already, you know how this goes, and you are responsible for that, meaning that you got to get your ass up, you got to get in a routine, you got to be able to put your foot down and say enough's enough, which you already have, but then start taking steps, because it doesn't necessarily just come to you. You got to co-create with the divine universe. It doesn't just like necessarily get handed to you. You still got to take steps. Even people that are like blissfully ignorant still take steps. They still take steps to whatever the goal is. They don't necessarily expect or know what's coming or even use their intuition, but usually it seems like those people are having it handed to them, but they're taking the steps. They're taking the initiative to do what it is that they want to do, right? So have a game plan. If you like sports, have a game plan. Devise a plan. So what am I going to do for this? And what steps do I need to take for that? Get ahead of yourself. In this case, it's a good thing, okay? Past life oracle card. Lessons and blessings. Okay, that's very clear, okay. I don't really need to analyze that at all. It's literally lessons and blessings. So everything up to this very point, no matter what age you are, what have you learned? What are the lessons in them? And then from that, what are you applying to your current situation so that you can get your blessings? And it's coming into you in all due time. Could be today, could be tomorrow. Hopefully not like years from now. It depends what kind of steps you're taking. Just kind of approach it with like, approach it with your inner child. Like, you know what? I have no idea if this is going to work, but this is what I want. And I'm going to take the necessary steps. So like if I want to apply to college, or if I want to apply for that course, or if I want to learn how to do this, I'm going to go take some crash courses in this. Or if I want to learn how to speak better, then I'm going to start being around people that are very like highly intellectual, and I'll start speaking like them. Or maybe I'll go get a speech course, or I don't know why that's coming up specifically. Or if I want to work on my diet or something like that, I want to learn more about food. What should I be eating right now? What does my body need? Like, just take a step. Just take a step in the right direction, and the rest will follow. The rest will come to you. So don't really worry too much about that, okay? And this is something your ancestors want you to learn right now, because they've already learned this. From the energy I'm getting, they've already learned this, and now they're expecting you to learn it as well. So they're kind of guiding you. I don't know if you've been getting any signs or synchronicities. I don't know if you believe in that sort of thing, but they're guiding you. What else can we get here? Want to come out, went back in. So this one wanted to come out but went back in. You may not be trusting yourself, or you may have a little bit of a wavering faith. And we've all been there before, okay? I speak from experience, where things have hit a certain point and you're not sure if you believe in any of this shit. Trust me, at least, okay? When I say this, from where I started to where I am now, you will have faith in yourself, and you can believe in yourself fully, and you can trust and have faith, especially in the divine universe or God or whatever you want to call it. If you believe in the devil, go ahead. But even he's got his flaws, or she's got his flaws, whatever you want to call it. Okay? But you have to have some faith in yourself, right? If not God or the devil or higher or lower vibrational frequencies, have faith in yourself, trust in yourself. And every time I see this, it looks like it should be holding something, whether it be a sword, whether it be a hammer. So what do you want to do? Do you want to speak words of truth? Do you want to call down judgment? Do you want to hold the scales? What is this that you want to hold? You're being given the opportunity. Your ancestors are guiding you. You get to hold something. There's nothing in this person, this angel's hands. But it's asking you to have a little faith, a little bit of trust, a little bit more for the Capricorn. Wonderful Capricorns. You guys are very intelligent. Sneakily intelligent. Like, you guys can play like no tomorrow this game, which is the Matrix. You Capricorns are pretty smart. Just don't get caught up in other people's bullshit, and don't try to manifest against another person. Love life. Normally I don't read in the reverse, but it came out in the reverse. This may be something that you're going towards. This could have been something that you see a different perspective on. Can we get a little bit more on love life for Capricorn? Romance. That doesn't really... Thank you, though. A tale in a verse in romance, a dialect, popular epic tale in prose or verse of some length, tale of extraordinary adventures, tendency to the wonderful or mysterious, a fiction, a term applied to the languages sprung from Latin. Maybe you want to learn Latin, maybe you want to get into a different kind of language. Language is fun. You can learn so much, and there's a lot of downloads that come with it too, and messages, all right? And to tell fictitious stories. So I don't know what you've been telling yourself lately. Maybe you need... Since you have this different perspective, since you have this different view, and you're done with the old traditions, the old ways of being, and you've carried enough burdens, I think you finally decided enough's enough, and you want to get on the move on. So whatever you told yourself maybe in the past about a love life, maybe you're seeing it in a different light. Maybe you are one of those people that thought it's like a fucking Hallmark thing and there's nothing behind it. What comes from the heart What truly comes from the heart is what matters. So if you want to give your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend a card that you made, make sure you're thinking about it. I know some people, you put a card in front of them, they look at it and they're like, I don't know what the fuck to write. Well, did you think about it? What do you think about the other person? Do you truly care about them? How do they make you feel? What do you want to say to them that you never said before? Take time to think about these things, okay? And if this is past relationship, it doesn't say unrequited, right? So you're allowed to still have those thoughts. If you need to write them down and then maybe burn them to send them out to the universe, or write them down and keep that memento for yourself, or write them down and give it to the other person, then do so. Make sure you're doing it with good intention, not expecting anything in return, and that it is truthful and from the heart. All right? What else can we get here? Okay, maybe I will. Island Time Wellness card. Anything for our singles or doubles? I don't want to say singles or doubles. Right in the hand. The runner. Okay, so you yourself could have been the runner, or maybe somebody run from a relationship. Runner in a codependent relationship. I don't know why it specifically says codependent relationship, but very well could have been. Or just runner in a relationship. Fear of intimacy, listening to ego. You in the past could have met somebody that you were with that triggered a lot of emotions that you're not used to feeling. Quite possibly when you were with this person, they stroke some chords on your heart that you've never ever felt vibrationally. And when this happened, it triggered a bit of a fear, like a fight or flight, because it's something unusual. And when something happens that a person's not fully aware of, or they don't fully understand, it can trigger a fear response, excuse me, which could cause this running thing. And you also got listening to ego too. Depending on how you were raised, what you were taught, what persons in your life were role models and stuff, you could have learned a lot of bad habits from them. This could be father or mother figure, okay? And then we got cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Like I said, I think you're done of that outdated thinking. I think you're finally in the hangman, so you're getting a better understanding. Can we get a little bit more on this situation for the hangman? The Emperor. This feels like something that you deserve to be sitting in. This feels like an energy that you claim as yours. Now, as far as fully embodying it, I don't know 100%, but the Emperor is definitely what you've claimed. This is an energy that you really hold dear. Maybe this is something that you aspire to. Take the necessary step. What do you think an Emperor does? How do you think they carry themselves? What do you think they feel internally when they are carrying themselves? How do you think that they approach situations? Like, embody that energy if that's the energy that you want to carry, but it's in the upright. You have good intention. What else we got here for the Emperor? Ooh, that was quick. 7 of Clubs. Okay, so we had the 10 of Clubs, which is burdens. Don't really think you want to carry those fuckers anymore. And then we've got the 7 of Clubs in reverse. So instead of battling off things which are unseen, I think you have fully scoped out the narrative of people around you, situations, maybe from past to now, whether this be past lives or just childhood memories and stuff. And you're kind of, like I said, maybe in a nostalgia. When you get in the nostalgia, don't get stuck in those. Just learn the lesson, move forward. Okay, so I envision this. This is what happened then. Instead of feeling the emotion, not that it's not valid, just understand what you are to learn from it and then move forward. Because there will be like a breakthrough on that, a break free. There's that running energy. Like I said, what are you going to carry? Is it going to be, what are you going to bring down? Are you going to bring down the sword? Is it going to be words? Is it going to be judgment? With all due time. Okay. What else can we get? Oh my. Lately, eh? Let's try the big book. Capricorn. Can't believe I left 6 to the very end of the month. You could be procrastinating. Enjoyment. Get a little bit of enjoyment. All right, delight, great pleasure. Delectation. That sounds good. Enjoyment, zest or vitality, gusto. Enjoyment of life. Joie de vivre. If I said that right. Enjoyment or merrymaking of a wild, uninhibited kind. A hilarity. Maybe watch some comedy if you like comedy. I know humor is good for people. I like Cat Williams personally, but I occasionally like watching that, get myself laughing. What was I watching the other day? It was like World's Funniest Weather or something. Honestly, most of the videos have not too much to do with the weather, but I guess there's some bit in there, but it was pretty funny. And just getting that roll of laughing is pretty good. It's good for you. What else can we get here? You know, this sounds cliche when I say you felt like a bit of an outcast your entire life, but I think part of it is choice, too. Like, if somebody pisses you off or you just don't agree with them, it's almost like you don't want to try to understand the other person, which is almost mirroring the fact that you don't want to understand yourself. Because in order to understand another person, you have to understand your light and dark side, which is the duality of existence, like yin and yang. And that's crucial because to learn the lessons, to get the blessings, you want to learn both sides of yourself, right? If that makes sense. What else can we get here? Do some fun things for yourself. Take yourself out on a night, a date night. Even if you're single, take yourself out on a date night. I did that at one point when I was single. I called, the one time I took myself to the movies, I treated myself for the whole VIP. And like I had a fish bowl. I had to fucking watch a movie. I hadn't been in the movies in a long time, so I was like fully immersed in it. And even the people around me are like, oh my God, that's victory right there. Just enjoying yourself. And then it's easier to manifest when you're in that energy. And then opportunities come knocking too. You'll get calls. You'll get people showing up. Also, I also had another time where I also had another time. Maybe you repeat yourself. But it was Valentine's Day. I think I was still at that time in my past relationship, but it was nearing the end. And I ordered myself like a lobster and something from whatever it was. Like I ordered myself a nice dinner for Valentine's Day. I got myself some flowers. I dressed up all nice in a nice blue dress. And I sat at the table. I ordered my man at the time some food too, because I'm not an asshole. But I didn't like tell him. I just, he came out and he's like, oh, you look nice. I was like, thank you. You're kind of interrupting right now. I'm actually trying to treat myself to Valentine's Day. And I was like, there's some food in the kitchen if you're hungry. You know, like just show respect for yourself. If nobody else will. All right, justice. Bring in your own fucking justice. Don't sit around and wait for it. Been there, done that. Okay. Ooh, I've got a little bit of resentment there. I need to let that go. Honestly, the person that my ex, like I have no hard feelings. It's just we weren't at the same level. Not vibrationally and not mentally. Scratch. Yeah, this is not the first time this come out. Scratch, okay? To mark or wound with something sharp, to tear with nails. If you have a nail biting habit or if you scratch with nails, please make sure you're getting them trimmed. Go take yourself for a fucking manicure. They're amazing. To withdraw from a list of competitors. You could have been very withdrawn, not just from the people around you, but just in general. A score and a surface, a slight wound. You could be keeping tally on certain things about what people are doing around you, or people could be tallying up of what you're doing. A wound, a line from which runners start. There's that runner energy. When did you start running? When did you first see another person run from a situation? If that even has anything to do with you, take it as it resonates, Capricorn. Okay, I'm not going to make any assumptions. A score and a surface, a slight wound, a line from a surface, a line from which runners start, One most heavily handicapped in a contest. You could feel like you're counted out, or maybe people counted you out, or maybe you're not good enough. That's bullshit. I'm here to tell you right now, Capricorn, you're very intelligent, like I said previously. taken at random, hastily collected. You could have felt like something was taken from you, or maybe what was that? Carpet was pulled up from underneath you. What else can we get here? Third eye chakra. So like I said, you could be having those visions. Just make sure you don't get caught up in the emotion of it. Make sure when you're having those visions, you use your common sense. I know you got it. Use your common sense so you're not fully immersed in the emotion, or you might get carried away. If you need to have a good cry, that's one thing. But if you get carried away and it overly consumes you, that's dangerous. Make sure you know the difference. Use your discernment. You're very intelligent, okay? You can have enthusiasm. You can have enthusiasm about things you really enjoy. When you're talking to other people, who cares if they see that you're excited? Good. A little bit of movement forward. They wish they were you because they're not seeing their own greatness. You mirror them. Let them know it's okay. This either goes for you or somebody else, okay? I'll read that one more time. They wish they were you because they are not seeing their own greatness. You mirror them. Let them know it's okay. We're all human beings. Most of us. Okay? So, maybe, like I said, if you get more understanding about yourself, you can understand others better. Like, let's say the same person keeps pissing you off at work and you're like, oh, they're this, oh, they're that, oh, they're this. It's a dance of life. What is it that they're showing you? What is it that they're showing you that you don't like about yourself? Routine. Back to routine. Cat hair. Do some cleaning. Routines are important, but routines need to be adjusted accordingly based off of specific goals wanting to be achieved. Like we started at the very beginning of this reading, self-explanatory. All alphabets have a message or can be decoded to teach lessons our ancestors have left behind for us to take a look. That's the same with the languages. If you want to learn a new language or you want to learn alphabets, or just take a look at the characters, especially hieroglyphs too. That's always fun. This was in the reverse, but I'm not usually taking it. Remember and take time. Missing the R. Missing the R in remember. R, similar to the runes Elder Furthark. Horseback, journey, hermit mode, movement or 8 of cups. Work, growth, wheel, surrender. You could have some issues at work. Carriage, travel, surrendering is important in a good way. It's almost like radical acceptance, okay? Travel, relocation, dance of life. Destiny, change, the letter R, and it's also symbolic for yellow solar plexus energy here. That's the one that looks like an R. I had somebody say that the shadows casted. Oh, I actually have a light that I could plug in. I wonder if this works. Does it? I don't know. Give me a second. Turn this on. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's even brighter. Okay, it's only 3. Thank you very much, Robert, for the donation. I actually just have, the cheekbones are really high here and it looks like my eyes are sunken in. Ooh, not bad. Remember to take time to appreciate all you have survived and how far you have come. Help yourself by acknowledging the things you've been through, okay? So when you have struggled in any family or relationship or any bullshit like that, remember how far you've come. It's really important. It's crucial. I love that word. I love saying crucial. I like words. I don't like to use them to harm people, but I like words. And I've noticed in some of my videos, when I watch them back, I'm very fluent. I'll make shit rhyme and I don't even realize I'm doing it until I've already done that at the time. Secret society. Good Lord. Shame and test. So if you are a part of any kind of society or anything like that, or maybe your family is, they could have put you through a shame test or a humiliation ritual. I don't agree with it. French settlers, okay? Secret society. This is what it's recorded as. of French settlers in Algeria opposed to Algerian independence, OAS, Organisation de l'Armée Secrète. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Secret society in China at the turn of the century that sought to drive out foreigners, boxers, harmonious fists. Why would you want to drive out boxers? Secret society of prominent Afrikaners in South Africa, promoting Afrikaner interests. Broederbond. Secret society of racist white supremacists terrorizing African Americans, Jews, and Catholics. The Ku Klux Klan. A body of people, hopefully you're not prejudiced because that's just stupid. Body of people joined in a religious order, guild, secret society, or like the fraternity. Chinese secret society often engaged in, how long is this? Oh my God. Often engaged in criminal activities. The Tong, T-O-N-G, criminal secret society of Sicilian origin, Cosa Nostra Mafia. That's what that's called. Fanatical Muslim secret society that preyed upon Christian crusaders, the assassins. French secret society that organized underground resistance to the Germans in World War II. Maquis, international charitable and quasi-religious secret society, Freemasons or Masons. They ain't free. International Chinese secret society, often engaged in drug trafficking, the Triad, T-R-I-A-D. Hopefully this doesn't get me banned. Kenyan secret society of Kikuyu tribespeople. Forgive me if I'm butchering these, but I really don't give a shit. That used terrorism in the 1950s to end white colonial rule, the Maui, M-A-U, liberal and Republican German secret society of the, how many secret societies are there? Of the 18th century, Illuminati, 10. Member of the Japanese secret society, similar to the mafia of the Yakuza, Y-A-K-U-Z-A. Members of the 17th, 18th century religious secret society claiming to have mystical knowledge or of modern society, descended from the Rosicrucians. Neapolitan secret society, similar to the mafia of Camorra, C-A-M-O-R-R-A. Sicilian criminal secret society, active in the United States in the early 20th century, the Black Hand. That's a lot. That's not even all of them. But it gave me a nice little chunk. That's what came out. So if you've been put through any kind of rituals or something like that when you were younger, my heart goes out to you. I'm going to try to get you some runes. It may cut off. I don't know. It's at 32:48. But I'll do the best that I can. Okay? This light is absolutely amazing. No wonder people use them. Now these. Okay? It's also for the letter N. N-A-U-D-I-Z. Then we've got Ingwas, I-N-G.